Now that the free agency period has calmed down a little bit, it's time for us to look at who the top undrafted free agents were that signed this year and what impact they may have. I'm joined by Nolan Naraki. Nolan, first up on your list is Dane Sanzenbacher, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. You say he's a perfect fit in Chicago.
Yeah, I really think he fits what Mike Martz does in that offense. He reminds me a lot of Mike Furry. I think he's very tough. He can go inside. He's crafty. And he can really fit that slot receiver position.
Another guy to look at is Silver Sealinga, the defensive tackle out of Utah. Said he's going to fit in with the Niners.
Yeah, you know, they need depth at that nose tackle position. They're dealing with Abreu Franklin right now. They got to figure out what they're going to do with him. And he's a guy Sealinga's a guy that could fit as a nose. He could be a two-down plugger. I think he's got to get a little bit stronger, but in a year or two, I think he could be a solid player.
It'll be nice for the Niners to get an undrafted free agent to possibly fill a role no matter what Franklin does. Next guy is an offensive tackle out of South Carolina, Jerry L. King. He's going to the New York Giants.
Yeah, he's a guy that didn't get drafted because of character concerns, a lot like Jason Peters when he was coming out of Arkansas. But he's a guy that has that type of talent. He's very impressive on the hoof. He's a guy that could provide depth down the line and become a solid starter.
A lot of changes there in New York along that offensive line. They can use the help. Ryan McMahon out of Florida State, a center going to the Falcons.
Yeah, he's a guy that reminds me a lot of Todd McClure, who's been a solid starter for the Falcons for a long time, 13 seasons. He's a guy that's very smart, very scrappy, very quick. Could be a solid functional starter down the road.
The last guy you picked out was one of my personal favorites from the Senior Bowl. He wowed scouts there, but just didn't get drafted. Kendrick Burney, the cornerback from North Carolina.
Yeah, he's got excellent ball skills. The only thing he didn't have was a speed. He ran a mid-4.7 time at the combine at his pro day and just couldn't get over that. That's why he was sitting there after the draft, but he's a good, solid football player.
He should be a good pickup for the Panthers. They just lost Richard Marshall and may be able to fill in there. That is a look at the undrafted free agents that could have an impact in the NFC this year. Be sure to keep following us at ProFootballWeekly.com.